It's an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and on Renda Digital TV at catcountry1063fm.com. High school basketball. River Valley Panthers versus the Portage Mustangs. Tonight's game is sponsored by Hutton Blues Insurance, the Allied Milk Producers, S&T Bank, Elgin's Truck Center, by Indiana Regional Medical Center and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, Luther Ford Lincoln, La Mantia Produce, by Joyce Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, sponsored by Young and Associates, 5-Star Mitsubishi, Phoenix Physical Therapy of Portage, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, and by First Commonwealth Bank. Now let's go courtside for an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 FM and online at catcountry1063fm.
And good evening, everybody. Tonight it's night number 2 of the road to the KCAC Semifinals, and it's the girls' turn between the River Valley Panthers, the second seed in the West, and the Portage Mustangs, who have topped the East at 21-1. Glad to have you inside the Len at Len Chapel Gymnasium in Portage, Pennsylvania. Alongside Rick Spallone, head coach of the River Valley Boys, I'm Jake Slobodnik, joining you from the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Our broadcast booth tonight located in the Crow's Nest, high above Len Chapel Gymnasium. A perfect view for tonight's game between River Valley, who's looking to get back to the KCAC for the second straight year, and the Portage Mustangs, who's willing to show anybody that the East is something to be feared. They are the beast of the East. And Coach, first of all, welcome to the broadcast booth again. So excited to have you back, but how's your voice after last night's big win?
It's okay. It's a little scratchy, but if that's the punishment for getting a W, I'll be I'll be hoarse for the rest of the weekend. So it's just a small price to pay. But I'm feeling good.
You and I last teamed up a couple of days ago when River Valley hosted Penns Manor, and it didn't quite turn out the way that the Panthers wanted. They fell 31-29 in a very tight-knit contest. Then they went on the road in a raucous Marion Center environment and beat the Stingers 34-26. You've talked with Coach Rick Brown of the River Valley Panthers, and he seems confident, not complacent, but it seems like from your conversations with him that he's ready to go tonight.
Oh yeah, he's an intense guy. We got a lot of similarities, outside of our first names, other than obviously how we spell them. They're battle tested, Jake. I'd love to be in his position. Especially that Penns Manor game, and then playing Marion Center. 2 games that they had to get one of 2. I'm sure he would have liked to get both of them, but I tell you what, you wouldn't run it any other way coming into the playoffs, coming off those 2 games.
Yep, you said it. As Coach Brown probably won it. Obviously, he won 2 wins, but rounding out your schedule with 2 of the beasts in the West on the Heritage Conference, it helps prep you for this stage in the year. And boy, I'll tell you what, Marion Center took it to them 34-26. It was a very gritty matchup, a lot of fouls, a couple turnovers, but River Valley had a strong first half, and that propelled them to victory, and that put them in this playoff game here tonight. And they're going up against the Portage Mustangs, 21-1, 15-1 this year. You want to take a guess at who that only loss was against?
That's River Valley, but here's the equalizer is that game was in Blairsville. This one's at Portage, so it's on the road. It's still a conference game. There's some familiarity, but yes, the one is River Valley.
Yeah, and that happened back on January 11th, 59-43. That actually kick-started a 7-game winning streak for the Lady Panthers, which was then broken up by Penns Manor. But, I've been talking to a lot of people today, and everybody has the same opinion. Oh, River Valley, I think they should win. Not exactly, as you said, because they're on the road. Portage is a tough team. I don't care who you are or where you come from. I've watched Portage for years, including in the years when they were in the West Pack, and ever since Coach Lance Hudak took over, who, congrats to him, just recently earned his 300th career win, ever since he took over, this program has just shaped itself into a new form.
Yeah, when you got a head coach that's, been around for 300 W's, that speaks a lot about the program. I don't know much about Portage basketball pre Coach Hudak, but obviously he turned around something. Coach Brown is, I think he got almost 90 wins at River Valley alone. He got a lot of experience. So, as far as the coaching match, you don't get much better in the conference, like boys or girls. These are two experienced coaches, two experienced teams, and I'm expecting a really good basketball game.
Me too, and both teams playing for a spot in Friday night's championship game. They will go on to face either United or Penns Manor. Penns Manor hosting that game. We have that on our sister station, U92.5, and also on Renda Digital TV, so you can put our game on the big screen, put their game on your phone, or even vice versa. No matter way you handle it, because you're in for a treat with two exciting basketball games here tonight. And as Coach Spallone alluded to, Coach Brown, Coach Hudak, two of the best in the Heritage Conference. They both have been in this situation before. Ironically, last year at this time, in the same round, both teams faced off, but it was River Valley who came out on top, and the rest is history. They went on to win the Heritage Championship, the District 6 Championship, and then they made an appearance in the state championship game, fell in that one, but second in the state, not too shabby, but it all comes to fruition tonight. Hudak and his Mustangs looking for retribution. Coach Brown and his Panthers looking to get back to the KCAC for a second straight title. We'll hear from both coaches next as we count down to tip-off from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Coach Hudak coming your way in just a moment on an IRMC High School Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
A 3D mammogram at the Indiana
you can play all this through and bring me back after Eldridge Truck Center.
And now the hour.
Just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Welcome back to the pregame show on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV. Our coverage tonight presented by Lamania Produce. And joining me on the pregame show, Lance Hudak, head coach of the Portage Mustangs. Coach, just a little over a year ago, you were facing the River Valley Panthers once again in this spot, the semifinals, but things are a little different this time, and we'll talk about that matchup in a little bit. But it's been a really good season for you guys, 21-1 overall in a Heritage Conference, marked 15-1. You won the East. Take me through that. What's it like seeing where your team has improved over the past year?
Well, we expected, good things this year, Jake. Our senior group, our 5 seniors, have been playing together really since preschool. They've been, together just within our program. Many of them play travel ball together for Flood City Lightning. Jenna Burkett plays for Sideline Cancer. These girls have played a lot of basketball. They know each other's games. They're all great friends. And they're unselfish kids. There's no 1,000-point scorers that, we're worried about somebody getting their points, anything like that. It's just different, kids go out and each night and do great things for us, and they support each other. when you have that team aspect, that unselfishness, you're going to do well.
Well, you said, there's no 1,000-point scorers. You got a selfless team. I mean, they like to share the ball. They like to win games, but a little bit of an accolade for you this year. You got your 300th win just a couple of weeks ago. So congratulations on that. Take me through it. What's that feeling like getting to that 300th win?
It feels great. But it's been a team effort here at Portage. When I took over this program, 22 years ago, if we weren't the worst team in District 6, we might have been the worst team in Pennsylvania. And it took 9 years to get that first winning season. And that's a lot of help with my assistants and parents, boosters, and the school administration at Portage. But since that time, we got that first winning record, we've gone 14 straight. We've won a lot some district championships, some conference titles, advanced pretty far in the state tournament a few times, and it's great to get that 300th win, and honestly, I didn't even really know about it. My daughter, who's one of our seniors, is the one that reminded me of it about that week. But to do it this year with this senior group made it even more special.
Well, the job's not done. You guys still got a lot more season left, and it all starts tonight on the road to the KCAC here in the semifinal round. And it's against a familiar foe who's been a thorn in your side for the past, maybe year and a half. It's the River Valley Panthers. Last year, you faced them in the semifinal at River Valley. They won that game, and this year, it might be a flip of fortune because you get to host them this year. But in that regular season, that one loss came from River Valley. What happened in that game, and how did you guys sort of learn from that?
Well, they played really well, without a doubt. We were pretty even. I believe we might have been up one at the end of the first quarter, and then the younger Kittner girl came in and just started hitting corner threes on us. I think she had 4 of them that game. Ava had 4. They hit big shots, I think, at crucial times at the game, and many of them were in transition. When we're pressing transition defense, you generally give up the 3 ball, and they were hitting them there. And the second quarter, we were playing pretty even. I was just watching the video earlier, and it was a 2 4-point game, and we had our opportunities at the foul line. I think we went 1 of 7 in the second quarter, and right at the buzzer, the Kittner kid hit another corner 3 to make it a 7-point lead. You go in at halftime, and it's always about winning that first 3 minutes of the third quarter. All right, let's get back in this. Let's cut this down. Let's get this even again. Sure enough, I think we might have turned the ball over. They hit another 3, and we're down 12. And that second half, they really controlled the ball. Got to the fourth quarter, and it was just trying to play takeaway. In the fourth quarter, I'm not sure if anybody scored a basket other than free throws, if I can remember. It was just a lot of us fouling them to try to get the ball back, and then them going in line and knocking them down. But we've talked, we've watched film. We're going to have a good practice, pregame here, talk, and we got to take care of the ball better. We uncharacteristically turned the ball over 22 times in that game. We got out rebounded. So we just got to do everything better that we control. Know where Ava is, try to limit what she does, defend the perimeter, rebound better, and value our possessions, just take care of the ball.
Well, Coach, it should be an exciting one, and especially for you guys, you got that metaphoric 6-man. You're on your home court, which is always a little bit of a better side for you. And, I've watched Portage basketball all these years. I know I'm still young, but, when you guys were with the Westpac and now in the Heritage, if I know anything, it's that the Portage crowd really shows up to support you guys.
We're expecting a really great atmosphere tomorrow night. It's not just the River Valley and Portage fans that are going to show out in full force. like the Laurel Highlands is off tomorrow, or tonight for the game, and there's a lot of local interest in this game. So I'm expecting a great atmosphere for the girls, and we're hoping it's loud, and they really are 6-man in the stands, to get these girls pumped and ready to go.
Should be an exciting one, Coach. We hope to see you at the KCAC Friday night. We got to take care of business tonight, so best of luck against the Panthers.
Jake, thanks for having me, man. You guys do great stuff. Thank you.
We really appreciate it. That's Coach Lance Hudak of the Portage Mustangs. More of our pregame show coming your way next on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
It may have been an injury from an auto accident, a fall from a slippery floor, or even from playing sports. Whatever caused it, an injury can keep you from enjoying life. When you need physical therapy, call the experienced staff at Phoenix Rehabilitation Health Services in Portage. Phoenix offers personalized, hands-on care and state-of-the-art equipment to achieve a successful recovery. Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services, 900 Orange Avenue, Portage. Proud supporter of Portage Athletics.
America's been thunderstruck by the award-winning Mitsubishi Outlander at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Drive a 2024 Outlander with 0% APR for 60 months or $1,500 customer cash. Only at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Get thunderstruck.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
And we're back on the pregame show, joined by head coach Rick Brown of the River Valley Panthers. And Coach, you go into Portage tonight, some enemy territory. You picked up a win earlier this season, but let's go past over the past couple of days. You play a wild one Friday, have a night off Saturday, and then Sunday, from what I saw, was a very uplifting practice. Take me through this.
Yeah, so Friday night we prepped hard for Friday. The girls went really hard. Wednesday and Thursday got us ready for Marion Center. Went out there, took care of business. That's what we know we needed to do. I mean, we were treating them like playoff games anyways. The game before against Penns Manor, because it's a playing game. Winning, you're in, and we wanted to get in. You can't win Heritage Conference Championship if you aren't in there. So the girls took care of business. I thought we played outstanding on defense. Offensively, we missed some easy ones earlier. I think we would have been up early and could have done some more things. But the girls hung in there. We fought through it, had some illnesses and little injuries, but no excuses. We got through it, got the win. Gave them Saturday off. That's the deal I made to them. You guys can put a win up on Friday night. We'll get Saturday off. And then we're going to go hard Sunday and Monday, which today was. And we try to have a little bit of fun because I know they're still girls or teenage girls. So we went hard for an hour, got through everything we had to, and then we did some shooting drills, some Laker stuff, and kind of had some fun at practice. I think they deserve that as being kids. But tomorrow's going to be hard. They're going to know that. They already do, so they're going to be ready for tomorrow. We're going 3 to 5. We're going to go really hard. Then we're going to get down here and support the boys for their run. So me and Spallone always try to watch each other's game, help each other out. So the girls are all going to come and support the boys. They showed up for us on Friday. We'll show up for them tomorrow night. So we're excited for the boys and we're excited for ourselves.
Taking back to that Sunday practice, they had you running a little bit. People who think that it's just the players who get to work on a practice, it's not all that. There was a friendly wager that you guys had.
Yeah, the girls came through on Laker drill. They got 22. The goal was 21. And I didn't make the bet. It was assistant coach, Doug Smith, who made the bet. Hey, you guys get it. Coach Brown will run a 7:27. So I was happy to see the girls make it. Just thank God I got in shape, or I might have been Jake would have been using the AED on me there if that was last year. But yeah, we got through it, got a 7:27 in. I'm still winded, but we'll stay in here and get through it. I like doing these, and especially with Jake. So we're good to go. The girls are at home, told them to rest up, and then we'll go hard tomorrow right after school.
So Portage, you faced them earlier this season. You guys come out with the win. It was on your home court, but you go up to their dome in the playoffs. Tell me what we can expect from Portage.
Yeah, I mean, Portage is a great team. I mean, Lance does a fantastic job. He runs his stuff. He's going to run his stuff. They're going to run that 1-2-1-1 press no matter what. They're going to shoot a ton of threes. We know that. We got them with some stuff last time. Are we going to do the same thing? I try not to 2 games in a row against the same person, so we're going to mix it up a little bit. But we'll be ready. We know what they like to do. Burkett's not all they have, or Burkett. She's going to, she can pass the ball as well. She can drive, and obviously she can shoot threes. So she kind of caught us off guard a little bit the other last time we played them. She kind of stepped outside a little more, and she was a couple times like 3 to 5 feet behind the line. And we kind of, put a hand up and let her shoot those, and she made a couple. So we might have to go extend that a little bit, get out on her a little bit. But it's going to be different up there. Lance will have them ready to play. We know that. We know the fans will be into it. Hopefully we travel well as to help that, counter that. And we're used to these games. I tell the girls, they were a little bit nervous going to Marion Center. I think it was excited nerves, and I told them that's okay to have those nerves. But we've been in much bigger games, when you're in Hershey playing for a state championship, it doesn't get any bigger than that. So the girls took some breaths and relaxed, and we're same thing going into Portage. I want them to be a little bit, butterflies and stuff. That means you're excited, you're thinking about the game, but at the same time, don't be nervous. We've been here before. They haven't played in as many big games as we had the last couple of years, so we should have that advantage with some of the seniors we have. So we're going to take our game on the road. Like we talked earlier with Spallone and stuff, it's almost too late in the year, and I said this last year, to change your whole identity. I mean, you got to do what you've done all year to get you to this point. So it's worked for 17 wins for us. I don't anticipate changing that much. I'd just like to see us knock down some more shots. So we did do a ton of shooting here early this morning. So I think we'll be ready to go. We're excited.
On Sunday, I saw you and Coach Spallone talking just for a little bit, and one of the things that came up was it would be awesome to see an all-River Valley road to the KCAC championship on Friday. Just take me through your mind. How awesome would that be from your perspective?
Oh, that would be fantastic. I rooted for it last year because me and Donnie Stitt are good friends and love hanging out with him and, hitting his brain up, what would you do in these situations? So me and Spallone try to do that. You'll see him running some stuff out there that came from the girls, and you'll see us running some stuff. Our circles is actually taking their motion, and we're running that. So we exchange information, inbounds, the whole 9 yards, switching up defenses. So I'm excited for Rick. I want Rick to get there. I'm excited for the boys. I think they've come out and supported us the last couple of years, and they haven't got there. So we would just love to see those boys get there. We'll support them. Like I said, we're going to be here. I'll be with you tomorrow. The girls are going to be in the corner there trying to make a lot of noise for them. So I think traveling with that up to IUP would be fantastic. River Valley back-to-back games. That place will be, all blue all over the place. Mm-hmm. And so we're excited about that. So we're rooting for them hard. I want to see Rick get there. I want to see the boys get there, have an opportunity to get there and play. So, yeah, we're pumped up for them.
Yeah, we'd all like to see an all-River Valley championship night, but it all starts tonight in Portage, and we'll hope to see you guys there on Friday. You guys have been there before, so you guys are no stranger to it.
Yeah, so we just got to play the game tonight. We just got to make sure we're on point. Like I said, free throws, I thought we shot 82% at Marion Center. The game before against Penns Manor, we shot 40. So, we typically play a little better on Tuesdays, so I'm hoping that percentage stays up there, 80-90% tonight. But yeah, we're excited for the opportunity. I love coaching against Lance, big chess match, and I love playing chess, so it's kind of moving pieces around. Hopefully my pieces are a little stronger than his, and they outperform his girls, and we're looking for a big game tonight, so we're excited.
Coach, best of luck tonight. Thanks for the time.
Oh, thank you, Jake. God bless you. Have a great day.
It's Coach Rick Brown of the River Valley Panthers. More pregame action coming your way next on Cat Country 106.3 and on Renda Digital TV.
Championship teams are made when athletes work together, and the same can be said for local businesses. The team at LaMantia Produce has been working hard to deliver fresh fruits and vegetables to the Blairsville and surrounding communities for more than 140 years. So the next time you need fresh, wholesale produce, call Michael and his team at 724-459-8100. That's LaMantia Produce, located along South Spring Street in Blairsville, a proud supporter of the River Valley Panthers. Also find them at LaMantia Produce on Facebook.
milk every moment.
We don't just sell trucks, we sell businesses on wheels. That's Elgin Truck Center's mission statement. For more than 50 years, Elgin Truck Center has been providing trucking companies with high-quality used trucks. Their experienced staff and mechanics are knowledgeable about domestic and foreign trucks. Elgin Truck Center's customers always come first, and the staff is committed to giving high-quality service. To check inventory, go online to elgintruckcenter.com. That's elgintruckcenter.com.
Cat Country 106.3. Back with you at the Len, getting set for tonight's River Valley and Portage Heritage Conference Girls Semifinal matchup. Glad to have you back in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Jake Slobodnik and River Valley boys coach Rick Spallone joining you for all the action tonight. Should be a good one. We invite you to stay tuned. And I want to let you know our radio coverage of tonight's game is presented by IRMC and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. And our video stream on Renda Digital TV tonight, presented by Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, the best place in town to take a leak, and by Lamantia Produce. So we thank them for helping us bring this coverage to you tonight. Getting set for tonight's game. We're going to have our national anthem here in just a moment.
Tonight's contest features
River Valley comes in 17-5 overall, 13-3 in the Heritage Conference, second seed out of the West. And the Portage Mustangs top the East at 21-1, 15-1 this season.
We would appreciate that all food and drinks be kept.
And the other semifinal tonight is United and Penns Manor. That game also on Renda Digital TV and also on U92.5 FM. Todd Marino and Ward Hilliard have the call for that one.
Throwing of objects, verbal indignities directed toward athletes, coaches.
And River Valley in their black uniforms tonight with white lettering and cardinal blue trim. Portage will come in their white uniforms with green lettering and white trim.
Cooperation is expected.
Or black trim, excuse me.
The Heritage Conference.
And, Coach, you were in this situation last night against Conemaugh Valley, so you got to think that both teams, not nervous, but at the same time, they're not, completely comfortable as they might be during a regular season game.
Yeah, it's a nervous excitement, right? It's, we talked about this last week when they played Penns Manor. It's going to be punch, counter punch. It might start slow until each team figures each other out, what they're in, what they want to run. So it's going to take a little bit. I don't expect a slugfest right out of the gate.
And now we have our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem. We're moments away from tip-off tonight. Coach, another thing I wanted to ask you, Portage, their only loss this season, we mentioned it earlier in the pregame, came against the River Valley Panthers earlier in January. And last night you faced a similar situation. Your record may not look identical to that, but you faced Conemaugh Valley, who just nipped you the one time you faced them. How does that sort of loss sort of help? Does it change your thinking at all, or how does that sort of shape your game plan?
Our loss actually, Jake, woke us up to realize we can play with some teams. We were struggling a little bit. We were on a little bit of a run going into that. So sometimes you can take more from a good loss than a bad win. You blow a team out by 30 or 40. It might not tell you what kind of heart you have, what kind of team you have. If you're willing to get dirty and grimy. Sometimes when you lose, you learn a little bit more. And that loss that we took to Conemaugh Valley back in January, I really think that it propelled us to getting to actually where we're at going to be on Friday night. So it's all perspective, no matter how you take it. A good coach will use it as motivation. And I think Coach Hudak is a good coach. And I think he'll have that team fired up for tonight.
Absolutely. having these starting lineups right now. They have the audio turned way up here in Len Chapel Gymnasium, trying to fire up the home supporters. They've really showed out. Filled student section all in white, reminiscent to River Valley's last night. The Panthers, though, they have traveled pretty well. And contrary to the Portage student section, they're all dressed in black. And they're led by your guy, Brad McDivitt, Don Bartolini, and all that crew. So let's get to the starting lineups tonight. First off for the Portage Mustangs. Under the direction of head coach Lance Hudak, assisted by Donald Gauss and McKenna Baumgardner. He sends out the starting five of the following. A senior guard standing 5'4", number 10, Alex Giovanni. Coming up next is a senior guard standing 5'6", number 2, Ashlyn Hudak. A senior guard standing 5'5", number 23, Cami Burkett. A forward senior standing 5'6", number 24, Brooke Bednarski. And rounding it out is a senior forward standing 5'8", number 33, Jenna Burkett. For the River Valley Panthers, under the direction of head coach Rick Brown, assisted by Doug Smith, Rebecca Malosier, and Alexis Newhouse. He sends out the starting five of the following. A sophomore guard, number 21, Alicia Lamania. Junior guard, number 4, Ava Perschetti. Then 3 seniors, a guard, number 22, Riley Kittner. A guard, number 11, Emily Statz. And then a forward, number 13, Tori Faust. Glad to have you along tonight. Jake Slobodnik, Rick Splone joining you in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Radio coverage tonight on Cat Country 106.3 is presented by IRMC and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. If you need to get a minor injury or illness checked out, head over to Urgicare at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville off Old Route 22. They're open 7 days a week from 8 till 8 and a part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. Ava Perschetti will go up for the Panthers tonight. Going right to left across your radio dial or viewing device. Opposing her is Jenna Burkett for Portage. Ball's up in the air and we're underway. Lamania comes down with it, quickly firing to Emily Statz. And that's a quick turnover for River Valley.
That should have been a 2-point bucket. If Emily catches that, I believe she had Tori Faust underneath the hoop for a bucket. So that's a costly turnover right off the bat.
Well, now Portage will get the pseudo first possession as Cami Burkett brings it across the timeline. She's exchanging passes up top with Chibani. Chibani to the right side. Here's Cami Burkett trying to cut inside. Nothing there. Back to Alex. Now to the right. Hudak looking to the left corner. Shot not there for Cami Burkett, who dishes it back to Chibani. Passes to her right. They're just going to work it up top. Ashlyn Hudak regroups. Now over to the right side. Chibani looking inside. Nothing there. Brings it up top. Matched up with Kittner. Leaves her assignment over to Cami Burkett. No room to shoot. 40 seconds gone, still no score. 1 turnover, though, that happening to the Panthers. Now wide open is Chibani, who pops a 3. Her shot is no good. Emily Statz right there on the rebound.
Defense looked like the same one they employed against Penns Manor. They're playing that hybrid matchup 2-3 zone.
Riley Kittner misses the long 2, and then Faust, it hits off her hand, and that goes out of bounds. 2 unsuccessful offensive possessions for River Valley, one unsuccessful one for Portage. Nothing with a minute in.
Difference between those 2 possessions, Portage had a shot, River Valley's had 2 turnovers.
That was almost a turnover for Portage, and then Brooke Bednarski is going to draw contact on Alicia Lamania.
That's a tough foul when you're almost 45 feet away from the hoop.
Yeah, in some key games this season, Alicia has there have been times where she would get up there and fouls pretty quickly, so tonight you got to think that that's on her mind is, hey, let's not pile up those fouls early on. Chibani with it, taking the pass up top, who resorts back to Burkett. Her and Chibani going to throw right back and forth. Now it offs to the right side for Ashlyn Hudak. That almost skirts away from him, but she's able to corral it. They regroup up top with Burkett. To the left, Chibani fakes a shot, tries driving, is cut off. Now offs to the right arc for Ashlyn Hudak, back up top. Loose ball, Lamania picks it up, turnover for Portage. Alicia on the run, numbers are against River Valley, and her pass ill-advised. It goes off a Mustang, and it goes out of bounds.
I think River Valley has to slow down just a little bit. They're playing with pace, but they're playing with a little bit too much pace. There was nothing there. I'd like to see Alicia pull that one out and maybe get into some offense.
6:21 to go, no score. Panthers have it from the baseline right, inbounds pass tipped, but corralled by Perschetti, draws some contact, no foul. After a quick pass to Tori Faust, they regroup with Ava up top. At the Portage P at center court. 6:10 to go in the opening quarter. We're still looking for our first bucket of the game. Faust on the left side along the arc. Hand off to Perschetti. Couple steps to her right, fires 3. It's off kilter. Kittner's right there on the rebound, and she's able to regroup up top. The pass for Tori Faust is tipped by the Mustangs and into the Portage bench. Wise decision by Tori to not even try to extend for that one and let it go out and let her offense regroup.
The girls are a little disheveled right now, Jay. They're just, something seems just a little bit off. I'm hoping that it's being on the road. You know, they're going to settle in here, but just seem just a little bit off. They're not quite into their game yet.
Quick handoff between Kittner and Stats on the left arc. Stats trying to back her way in at the right elbow, looking into the corner. Now driving the baseline is Lemania. Her shot goes up. It's no good. Loose ball corralled by Chibani, and the numbers are for Portage. It's a 2-on-2. Turned to 3-on-2 for the moment, but the Mustangs are going to resort up top.
Alicia got to be careful. I think she should have picked up her second foul twice.
Chibani over to Hudak, now to the center key for Cami Burkett. Her shot, or Jenna Burkett, is up and good. 2-0 Portage, 5:16 to go in the first quarter. River Valley. Perschetti driving the center lane, dishes to the right corner. Lemania fakes a three, driving. Shot is up, and she's fouled.
Coach wanted to travel on that one, but I think she had the opportunity to set her feet before she drove to the hoop.
She might have taken a stutter step, but foul's going to be charged to Jenna Burkett, her first and Portage's first. Team fouls at 1 apiece with 5:06 to go. Alicia Lemania to the line to shoot 2. The front end of 2 is up and good. Courtney Saucier played overseas at Poland, I believe, or Ireland, excuse me. One of the officials tonight. 2 of 2 for Lemania. We're tied at 2 at 5:06.
That's a good start. Sometimes it takes a couple foul shots. See the ball go in the hoop. Maybe River Valley now will calm down and get in some of their offensive sets.
Ashlyn Hudak on the right side. They're just going to work it along the perimeter. Chibani gets the pass. Now to the left elbow for Bednarski. They're going to regroup up top. Ball ends up in Cami Burkett's hands. A 3 ball is no good and hits off the strap up top. And it's River Valley ball, 4:48.
The strap must be out of bounds up here.
Looks like it. We're not going to go too much into detail, but let's just say there was one instance last night where it wasn't. Perschetti brings it across, matched up with Burkett, not giving her much room. Perschetti backs up, dishes to the arc. Lemania fakes a 3, drives the center lane, looking for Faust, and that's a coughed up pass. Portage goes back to work. Burkett's going to take it herself. That's Cami driving the left. Lemania cuts her off. Now out to Jenna Burkett, who fires a 3. It's too short. Several players converge on the ball, and it's Emily Stats who comes up with it, facing lots of contact, and a defensive foul on Brooke Bednarski.
That last possession by River Valley, I think Ava had an opportunity to go to the hoop, and I think Alicia had an opportunity. They're playing a little bit. They got to be a little bit more selfish. They're trying to look for the perfect play. I think you got to attack the hoop.
I agree. Well, 4:16 to go. It's 2-2 between River Valley and Portage. I want to welcome you into the S&T Bank broadcast booth. If you're joining us a little bit late, Jake Slobodnik, Rick Spallone joining you. Garrett Clark is our studio engineer back in the Mount Pleasant window and remodeling studios on the radio side. As Perschetti takes it end to end, and her contested shot hits it.
That's what we got to see from Ava. She has to be more aggressive. She got to stay in attack mode.
She's due for a big game. She has not had double-digit points in, I believe, 2 games. As a long 3 is no good. Perschetti gets the rebound, and the Panthers go back to work. Perschetti for 3. It's no good. Too far to the left and fighting for the ball. Several players. 2 hit the ground. A jump ball called, and it's going to be Mustang basketball. 3:41, and we have a break in the action. 3:41 to go. Low score. 4-2. River Valley with the lead over Portage. We're back with you in a minute on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to wjyaengineers.com.
Rick Spallone joining you. Pretty, I would say, choppy first couple of minutes of basketball.
Yeah, not a lot of flow. You know, there's been some turnovers, some some fouls, a couple jump balls. So, and we're 4-2, and I think that has a lot to do with it. Until we get into that flow and both teams see the ball go in the hoop, it's just kind of how it's going to be.
Mustangs with the ball off the media break. Quickly, Jenna Burkett pops a three for Portage. It's no good. Faust fighting for the rebound. It's tipped out, and it's going to go off on Chibani. River Valley basketball at 3:29.
Burkett got to be careful. I think she should have picked up her second foul there on the over to back. And when you get one early, you want to, you got to make sure you don't pick up that second one, and then you're sitting on the bench for the rest of the half.
Perchetti with it up top. She's got a safety outlet, Kittner to her right, finds Stats on the left side looking for Perchetti, who's cutting downward in the left lane. It's no good. Instead finds Faust, backing her way, and your shot is blocked underneath by Jenna Burkett. Chibani in transition for the Mustangs. Thought about shooting, fires to Hudak, back to Chibani up top, and here we go again. Seems like River Valley's in a 3-2 zone. The right side. Looking up top. Lemania pokes it free. It's a foot race for the ball. She's got it all by herself from the left lane. It's good, and she gets the foul.
That's good defense. It's a solid take by Alicia. That's what she should have did right off that opening tip. Sometimes you got to be aggressive. Take the ball to the hoop. You're not being selfish. You're just trying to get your team going.
Lemania 2 for 2 already tonight on free throw attempts. Looking for her third made one here to put the Panthers up by 5 at 2:51. And the free throw attempt is no good. Faust flies in for the rebound. Her shot is blocked again. So it's a 6-2 affair in favor of River Valley. On the opposite end, the Mustangs go back to work. Up top with it is Cammie Burkett. To the right side, Ashlyn Hudak. Mustangs looking to avenge a turnover their last drive. To the right side, Hudak fires it across court to a wide open Cammie Burkett, trying to drive the left lane, is cut off by two Panthers. Shoots through traffic. Her shot's no good, and Stats there on the rebound. Looked like she was trying to shoot for the foul.
That's good defense by River Valley, not to foul, straight up.
Perchetti brings it across, holding things for the moment. Her Panthers with a 6-2 lead, 2:13 to go. Looking inside, Perchetti cuts, makes two defenders run into each other from the right post. Faust with a little floater, and it's in.
That is good offense by River Valley. Speaking of Rick Brown, how we run similar sets, that looked awfully familiar to something I've seen numerous times this year.
Alex Chibani up top, over to the left side. Cammie Burkett trying to drive the baseline, nothing there. Lemania sticking to her assignment like glue. And then a defensive foul along the baseline left, as Faust, I think, is going to get tagged for that. Score update for you from Clymer in the other semifinal game. The Comets, after it was tied 8-8 just a minute ago, they've taken a 16-8 lead. Kennedy Kittner, the freshman three-point shooter, will come into the game for the first time tonight, in for Faust. That was Tori's first of the game. Right side, wide open is Chibani for three, and she sinks it.
They needed that one, Jake. That was a big shot. They needed that one.
Keeps them in the game, 8-5, a minute 40 to go in the opening frame. Kittner takes it on the right side for River Valley. Hits it up top to Alicia Lemania.
Stay patient. If they stay patient, they can get a layup.
Lemania with 4 points, leads all scorers so far. Kittner up top. Back to Perchetti, tries driving. Boy, what great defense by Cammie Burkett. Plays some good defense as that shot misses in the Panthers' end. Chibani comes down with it. Looking up top. That's Cammie Burkett. Ball's poked free, but it's corralled by the Mustangs. Chibani to the left. Here's Cammie Burkett. Trying to drive. Hudak up top, Bednarski. Now I keep getting her and Jenna Burkett confused. It ends up in Burkett's hand. She pops a three to tie it. It's no good. Kennedy Kittner fighting for the rebound. Too short. Putback is no good. And now fight for the rebound. Several players converge, and it's Riley Kittner who picks it up. Perchetti pushes it up court to a wide open Lemania. Fakes a shot, drives, baseline looking to Stats. Hits it off her shin, but she corrals it, goes up from the left, and somehow gets it to fall in. It's 10-5.
That's good court awareness by Emily there. She didn't panic. She stayed under control. It was a nice left-hand finish.
Oh, maybe a missed travel, but Portage keeps it. Hudak has it on the right, draws contact from Powell. Well, there's a reason they call her Powell, and that's because she can pow you. That's going to be the first on Kittner at 28.6 to go in the first quarter. And we have a substitution for Portage.
Jake, if I could chime in real quick, just watching the live stream of the United Penns Manor game while we're up here, just these student sections these past 2 nights has been awesome. Even watching film last night of Conemaugh Township and West Shamokin, both student sections, this is awesome. This is why you gotta love high school sports.
Portage on their end, trying to score before the quarter break at 17 seconds. Chibani picks up the loose ball, fires it to the right for Hudak, back to Chibani up top, 12 seconds to go. Right side, Hudak looking down low, nothing there. The substitution was Liana Bagby, and now a 3-ball by Portage is no good. It's an air ball, and the Panthers will get it with 5.4. But going back to your comment about the student sections, I can't help but agree. I mean, last night, both student sections for Conemaugh Valley and River Valley turned out. Ball's inbounded. We'll talk more after the quarter break. Perchetti driving with 1 second, pulls up at the buzzer, no good. We've played a quarter of basketball from Portage, a defensive contest so far, but River Valley's out in front 10-5. Second quarter of action coming your way next on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
America's been.
America's been thunderstruck by the award-winning Mitsubishi Outlander at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Drive a 2024 Outlander with 0% APR for 60 months or $1,500 customer cash. Only at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Get thunderstruck.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Alicia Emanuel swing pass down low to a double teamed Emily Stats. Dishes it out top and then a 3 in the key. Turnover number 3 for River Valley, and not a good. It's the same start to the second quarter as it was the first, a turnover.
Yeah, I'm sure, Coach Brown, those 3 turnovers, there's a difference between a turnover and an unforced turnover. You know, those 3 are unforced. You know, Portage really didn't do much to force those. They're just some mental mistakes on River Valley's end.
Now to the right end. Portage really moving the ball around well, and now Jenna Burkett pulls up for a long 2. It's no good. Shabani flies in between 3 defenders for the rebound. Burkett ends up top with it, over to the left side for, I believe that's no, that's not. That is Cammie Burkett. Now Ashlyn Hudak takes it on the arc right. It's no good. Portage getting a couple easy rebounds, and the third attempt is no good. Perchetti fighting for the rebound, knocks into the hands of her defender, Brooke Bednarski, and she gets the bucket and the foul.
There had to be at least 3 offensive rebounds by Portage in that possession alone, and then it led to an and one. Coach Brown can't be happy with the rebounding here to start the second quarter.
Oh yeah, I mean those opportunities, you look at them and they were rather easy rebounds to get, and that's the thing. Portage, they got a lot of height to them, a lot of skill as well. River Valley, their height comes from basically Perchetti, Kittner, and fouls. Brooke Bednarski to the line to try and make this a 2-point game with a made free throw. The fire is away, and it is no good. Perchetti comes down with the rebound. It's 10-7.
And that foul might be big. That was on Kennedy Kittner, so your 6th person off of the bench already has 2 fouls. So that might limit your rotations if you're Coach Brown.
Last time against Marion Center, Morgan Cole was called upon late in the game when River Valley started to get into a little bit of foul trouble. Made the most of her time, but River Valley not that thick of a bench. Perchetti trying to get away from Chibani. Pulls up from 3-point range. It's no good. Hits off the front of the rim. Bednarski comes down with it, and the Portage Mustangs go back to work at 6:39, down 3. Chibani, hook pass to the right for Hudak. Ball's loose, and it's into Alicia Lemania's hands easily. She takes it up court, drives to the right lane, a little bit of clearing. Her shot too hard off the glass, and it's Chibani that comes down with it. Almost loses the basketball. She's stuck in the corner. And then Lance Hudak calls a 30-second timeout. 6:22 to go in the second. Panthers 10, Mustangs 7. We're back with you in 30 seconds on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
In sports, game
game plans are essential to the success of the team. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, renters, and IRAs? The William G. Meckley Insurance Agency has a game plan to protect your valuable assets. Call the William G. Meckley Insurance Agency, Indiana, because it's always something.
Cat Country 106.3.
Back with you from Len Chapel Gymnasium, the River Valley Panthers with a 10-7 lead over the Portage Mustangs on the road to the KCAC, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. The championship games coming up Friday night. Coach Spallone and his River Valley boys will meet Conemaugh Township, and tonight we determine who will play in the girls' championship. Portage with it, down 3, 10-7, 6:12 to go in the second quarter. Jenna Burkett pulls up from long range. Her shot no good. Tori Faust almost let it go, but she's able to come down with it.
Portage has fallen in love at the three-point line. They haven't made a three in probably the last 4 or 5 attempts. They're just coming down, rushing some shots, really not running much of an offense. I'd like to see Ava get a little bit more aggressive.
Now 3-ball by Emily Stats from the left corner is no good. Faust able to rip it out of the air. Her shot is no good on the putback. Stats on the third attempt, it's no good. Might have been a couple of fouls there, but nothing called. 5:40 to go in the second quarter. The Mustangs looking to tie this one up, maybe with a 3-point play or come within one. Cammie Burkett brings it around, now dishes it out, ends up in Jenna Burkett's hands up top, takes a tumble, and it ends up in Chibani's hands, and she's stuffed underneath, and then a late whistle.
I can understand Coach Brown's frustration right now.
Maybe it was a good foul, but the whistle came just a little bit too late for Coach Brown's liking. But either way, if you're Portage, you're liking this, because Alex Chibani goes to the free throw line. And the first of 2 is in.
Now here again, and this is where foul trouble can rear its ugly head. You got Alicia just picked up her second. Your 6th person off the bench, Kennedy Kittner, has 2. Coach Brown's going to have to either stay in his zone or be a little bit less aggressive on defense.
Chibani's second free throw misses, and Ava Perchetti comes down with it easily. Looking up court, Alicia Lamani just getting in the back court. She'll bring it across. Handoff goes to Perchetti, takes a screen by Faust. Faust cuts, no available option there. Perchetti goes up hard from the left, and she makes it.
That's what she got to do. Ava has to keep attacking the hoop. You know, I've watched the last couple games. Her jump shot just seems a little bit off. Stay in attack mode. If they foul you, go to the line, get your confidence, but stay aggressive, Ava.
Alex Chibani up top. She's going to trade passes with Brooke Bednarski, trying to get inside. They opt to go to Jenna Burkett. And get it back up top, Liana Bagby. Now Cammie Burkett, little floater from about 15 feet. Shot's no good. It's tipped. It ends up in Jenna Burkett's hands. Portage with another chance. A 3-ball coming, and there it is. Chibani with a 3 to bring it within 1.
That's another 3-pointer off another offensive rebound. River Valley is going to have to clean up on the boards, or this is going to be a long night.
4:30 to go in the half. It's 12-11 River Valley, and now Perchetti with a 3 of her own. It's no good. Stats right there on the rebound, and sets up another offensive possession for River Valley. Lamania driving, taking the screen, dishes to Stats on the left arc. No shot for a 3, so she's going to regroup up top at 4:14. Swing past the left post for Faust, and she's going to get fouled by Alex Chibani. So not a shooting foul. They'll take it from the baseline left. And a quick substitution as Ashlyn Hudak returns to the floor. She's in for Chibani. That's her second personal foul. But Chibani leads all scorers tonight with 7 points. Stats will inbound it from the baseline left. Inbounds goes to Faust, who goes up hard from the right. Shot no good. It's poked free, and it stays with the Panthers.
It's got to finish the Bunnies. When you have the opportunity, and in situations like this, playoff games, you know, you're never going to shoot 100%, but the easy ones got to go in.
Yeah. Perchetti will inbound from the right this time, finding Faust. Now back up top to Kittner. She's wide open. She could have taken a 3, but doesn't. Perchetti steps back. She takes a 3 from the right arc, and it flows right on through. 15-11 River Valley. Mustangs back to work, down 4. Now to a wide open Bednarski underneath, but she misses the shot. It goes off Faust as she tries saving it, and that'll bring up immediate timeout. 3:48 to go in the first half, and River Valley with a 15-11 lead over the Mustangs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you on an IRMC High School Sports Night coverage of the road to the KCAC, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on Cat Country 106.3 and Red to Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Championship teams are made when athletes work together, and the same can be said for local businesses. The team at LaMantia Produce has been working hard to deliver fresh fruits and vegetables to the Blairsville and surrounding communities for more than 140 years. So the next time you need fresh, wholesale produce, call Michael and his team at 724-459-8100. That's LaMantia Produce, located along South Spring Street in Blairsville, a proud supporter of the River Valley Panthers. Also find them at LaMantia Produce on Facebook.
Ridge voted the best urgent care and walk-in clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. At UrgiCare, they fast-track you and get you quick access to their team of medical experts. Open 7 days a week from 8 till 8. Inbound pass goes to Bagby for Portage. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, a part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. 15-11, River Valley with the lead over Portage. 3:39 to go in the first half. Mustangs trying to trim it. They've already done it to 1 so far. Now Jenna Burkett driving to the left corner for a wide-open Ashlyn Hudak for 3. Her shot is no good. Emily Stats hauls in the rebound, and the Panthers go back to work on offense. LaMantia wide open, 4-3 on the right side, and it's through.
Big shot by Alicia LaMantia. That's what River Valley needs. That secondary scoring to go ahead with Ava has proven to be a big factor so far.
Portage now down by 7. Jenna Burkett with it up top. Now back to Cammie. Straight head on, over to the right for Hudak. Bagby back to Hudak up top, to the left, Jenna Burkett. Right side, Bagby almost lost it. She's going to regroup with Hudak up top. Couple of dribbles, looking for Bednarski on the left. Might see some movement. She instead fires to Bagby as Hudak cuts downward in the right lane. Now over to Bednarski on the left. Jenna Burkett beyond the arc, pulls up from the top of the key. Her shot doesn't fall. It's too short. Bednarski trying to save it, but she's out of bounds. And in comes Chibani once again, the leading scorer tonight with 7 points. Tied for the game lead with Alicia LaMantia and Ava Perchetti for 7. I wanted to bust this one-liner when LaMantia made it, but LaMantia produces points. Our presenting sponsor tonight, LaMantia Produce. You're welcome, Michael, for that cheesy pun. Ava Perchetti up top for the Panthers. She pulls up from the left elbow. Her shot caroms off the left, and Faust overcomes 3 defenders, whips it out. Perchetti, a wide open 3. It's no good. Kittner trying to come down with the rebound, and she does. Almost lost it. Perchetti, redemption 3 from farther left. That one's no good. Faust rebound, back to Perchetti. Rinse and repeat to the right side, LaMantia. 4-3, no good. Perchetti looking for the rebound. It's Faust fighting for it. Throws it in Derek Jeter style to Kittner. Left corner for Perchetti, and she's going to get tagged with the walk. That's the same move she's been using all season long, but Courtney Cecere right there to give the call.
That was a mirror image of Portage's possession. River Valley had to have 3 or 4 offensive possessions, offensive rebounds, just couldn't make the shots.
Al Kittner returns to the floor for River Valley. She and Tori Faust exchange places once again. 1:57 to go. It's 18-11 River Valley over Portage. Ashlyn Hudak has it up top. Mustangs operating left to right across your radio dial or viewing device. Cammie Burkett pops a 3 from the left. It's no good. Powell fighting for the rebound, and she gives it up easily. Looking to the free throw line. It's coughed up and corralled by LaMantia. 4th turnover for Portage. Both teams at 4 apiece. Looking back for Ava Perchetti. The Stats on the left. Now down to the corner for Powell. And then a timeout taken by Rick Brown. 1:30 to go in the second. 18-11 River Valley. Back with you in a moment on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 presented by IRMC. And Renda Digital TV presented by LaMantia Produce and Joyce Plumbing and Heating.
America's been thunderstruck by the award-winning Mitsubishi Outlander at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Drive a 2024 Outlander with 0% APR for 60 months or $1,500 customer cash. Only at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Get thunderstruck.
In sports, game plans are essential to the success of the team. What kind of game plan do you have to protect your valuable assets like home, car, business, renters, and IRAs? The William G. Meckling Insurance Agency has a game plan to protect your valuable assets. Call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, Indiana, because it's always something.
Game plan just for you. For a comprehensive insurance review, call the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, 1359 Philadelphia Street, Indiana, because it's always something.
Cat Country 106.3.
90 seconds left in the first half of this one. River Valley with an 18-11 lead over the Portage Mustangs. This is the road to the KCAC Semifinals presented by First Commonwealth Bank, and our coverage tonight on Renda Digital TV presented by Joyce Plumbing and Heating. and by Lemania Produce. Back in action, River Valley with the ball. Clock ticking at 1:26. The left corner, Pal Kittner for three. It's too hard. And it takes a bounce right into the hands of Emily Stats. She's wide open. Redemption three. And she pads her stats.
That's big. That's big. Again, that offensive rebound leads to a three-pointer. Each team's had multiple opportunities at that.
And speaking of, Jenna Burkett nails a three of her own on the opposite end from the left corner. It's 21-14.
That was a big response by Jenna there. They needed that one to keep it with under 10.
Well, through the first quarter and a half, we had no three-pointers, and then now we've had 5 straight trays. Lemania out to Stats on the left side. Doesn't take the screen. I don't even know if that was supposed to be a screen, but either way, it doesn't work. Pass goes to the right elbow for Kittner, and then she's going to push off as she tries getting a shot underway. 5th turnover for River Valley. Clock stopped at 44.3.
Personal fouls on Riley Kittner, her first.
And don't like seeing this. Tori Faust is getting stretched out on the bench. Might be suffering an injury on her leg.
She's been battling, I think, something with her ankles or shin splints for the past couple weeks, I've noticed. So there's some times where she has to come out. You know, she plays through a ton of pain.
Jenna Burkett goes up, but Narski on the rebound. It's no good. Cherry pick pass to the opposite end. Lemania goes up from the left, and she's going to get fouled easily. And I got to credit that River Valley possession on defense. Well, not really possession, but on defense, all the defenders went straight up with their arms. Nobody came over, so no reason there was a reason there was no foul called on the opposite end. Lemania to the line.
I try to teach my guys to pretend there's a cylinder over top of the offensive player. You don't want to break that cylinder, right? You just want to try to stay up. Don't give the officials a reason to make the call.
Right. First of 2 by Lemania is in. And the second is up, and it's no good. It's 22-14, 1 for 2 trip by Alicia.
I think they've only cashed in 1 of 2 their past, I think, 4 times at the line, if I'm not mistaken, Jake.
Over to the right side, and a shot by Cammie Burkett is no good. Drew some contact, no whistle.
This ball better not go in anybody else's hands.
3 seconds, Perchetti drives left laner, shot no good with 1 second. And no shot at the buzzer, and we've played a half of basketball. The River Valley Panthers, a lead, albeit slim. They lead at 22-14 over the Portage Mustangs. We'll be back with our halftime report. Coming your way next with the score, River Valley 22, Portage 14. You're listening and watching to coverage of the Road to the KCAC, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. And it is an IRMC High School Sports Night on Cat Country 106.3 and Renta Digital TV.
Milk every moment.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
River Valley 22 and Portage 14. Alongside Rick Spallone, I'm Jake Slobodnik, welcoming you back to Len Chapel Gymnasium. Coach, we were talking off the air, and this score doesn't really reflect what it should be. We think right now it should be about, well, 32-24. A little bit more points, but pretty shaky first half for both sides.
Yeah, the first quarter was a little rough, but that second quarter, you know, the teams, I think they finally found their footing. You know, started putting the ball in the hoop a little bit. River Valley got some big buckets from Alicia and Ava, which really helped, and the Burkett girl from Portage. You know, the stars are shining, and that's when you need them most. You know, when you come playoff time, you got to lean on your stars a little bit more.
I don't know about you, but I feel like this is one of those things where, and I'm using this as an example just based off the score right now. River Valley, they work hard for about 2 minutes to get maybe 3 to 5 points, and Portage within a minute answers right back with a 3, and it's almost like we're kind of stuck in a time warp here.
Yeah, and you know, and sometimes that's just the game of basketball. You know, you can work really hard and get open looks, and you might not knock them down. The other team comes down, one pass into their offense and knocks down a 3. It's just the ebbs and flows, the roller coaster. It is what it is. You know, it's just what team can maintain enough to just keep that steady flow of offense.
Looking back at the first half recap, it was a pretty steady back and forth first quarter. River Valley ended that one 10-5, only 3 free throws that entire time, no 3-pointers at all. In fact, it took us a quarter and a half till we saw our first 3-pointer, and then that kick started 5 straight between both of these teams. In the second quarter, it was 12-8 at one point, River Valley. Alex Chabani knocked in a 3 to bring it to 1. Ava Perchetti answered back, and 3 River Valley 3-pointers. Perchetti's, Alicia Lamania's, and Emily Stats made it 21-11. But Portage, they fought right back. They got a 3 of their own from Jenna Burkett, and then a free throw by Lamania made it 22-14 at the half. And turnover-wise, it's comparable, but still pretty up there for both teams. 5 for River Valley and 4 for Portage. Not so much of a sloppy first half, but overall not exactly what both teams wanted. Let's take a look at the first half scoring. We got the numbers here, and Ava Perchetti, 7 points. Alicia Lamania leads River Valley with 8, and 5 points for Emily Stats and 2 for Tori Faust. But Faust has 5 rebounds as well, but that's the thing we got to look out for. She seemed a little shaken up coming out of the half. She was getting stretched out by the trainer down there. You got to think her status going forward is going to be limited. But Portage, they were led by Alex Chabani. She's got 7 points. 4 of those came in the second quarter, and then 5 points for Jenna Burkett and 2 for Brooke Bednarski. Leading the rebounding category is Chabani. She has 3. Speaking of free throw shooting, it's been decent for River Valley, shaky for Portage. The Panthers have made 3 of 5 from the charity stripe, all of which actually came from Alicia Lamania. How about that? And then Portage, they are 1 for 3. Alex Chabani 1 for 2. Brooke Bednarski 0 for 1. And Coach, we were talking, this kind of has the theme of last night's game, and I have a funny feeling by the end of it I'm going to have about 5 more gray hairs on the top of my head, and I'm only 25. So
let's hope that the end result is the same as it was last night. But yeah, you know, very similar style of game. You know, we controlled the pace. The girls are controlling the pace of the game. Hopefully they come out here in the third quarter, build on this 8-point lead, you know, use their offense here in the late stages, and hopefully come out, you know, on top. But yeah, absolutely. But the game is far from over. As you know, anybody knows, Portage is a good team. They got a good coach. I'm sure they got some adjustments at halftime. They're going to come out firing. So River Valley is going to have to, you know, maintain their composure, you know, run their sets, you know, trust Coach Brown, and try to salt this game away.
Third quarter coming your way in just a little bit, but first, before we get into the third quarter, I want to thank a couple of people tonight. I want to thank Craig Castell, the athletic director here at Portage, and we want to thank the Portage Area School District for being so accommodating to us, placing us up here in the Crow's Nest with an unbelievable view of the court. We see just about everything up here, so they have been absolutely hospitable. Excuse me. I want to thank Coach Hudak. He took some time with me on actually yesterday to record a pregame interview with me, talk with me about the team a little bit, and that was set up by Sierra Crum, the former athletic director. So, you know, we talk about everything that River Valley does. It's a great school district, but not too many people know exactly what happens out here in Portage. And growing up here around this area, I got to say, this is a very welcoming group of people. So we want to thank them, want to give them a shout out as well. Want to thank our presenting sponsors tonight, the radio on Cat Country 106.3, Indiana Regional Medical Center, and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, and on Rented Digital TV, Joyce Plumbing and Heating, and by Lamania Produce. Want to send our thanks to all of them, and before you know it, we'll be back with the third quarter with the score: River Valley 22 and Portage 14. You're listening and watching to the Road to the KCAC Semifinals, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on Cat Country 106.3 and streaming on Rented Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Looking to experience luxury with your next vehicle? Then look no further than Luther Lincoln. From the full-size Lincoln Navigator to the mid-size Lincoln Aviator or the Lincoln Nautilus and Corsair crossovers, Luther has the Lincoln you want. With complimentary pickup and delivery for service or being able to schedule your service appointments online, Luther Lincoln wants to make your experience a pleasant one. Luther Lincoln, your choice for Lincoln. Route 119, Homer City. Click on lutherlincoln.net.
Milk every moment.
Championship teams are made when athletes work together, and the same can be said for local businesses. The team at LaMantia Produce has been working hard to deliver fresh fruits and vegetables to the Blairsville and surrounding communities for more than 140 years. So the next time you need fresh, wholesale produce, call Michael and his team at 724-459-8100. That's LaMantia Produce, located along South Spring Street in Blairsville, a proud supporter of the River Valley Panthers. Also find them at LaMantia Produce on Facebook.
Booth, S&T Bank, People Forward Banking, high above Len Chapel Gymnasium in what they call the Crow's Nest. Glad to have you along as we're getting ready for the second half of action between River Valley and Portage. The Panthers with a 22-14 lead over the hosting Mustangs, and before we get underway in the third quarter, I want to take a moment to let you know that a lot can happen to kids after hours, not just on the basketball court. So, if your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge off Old Route 22 in Blairsville is open 7 days a week from 8 till 8. Since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge gets you in, out, and better quickly. They're also voted Best Urgent Care and Walk-In Clinic and the Best of Indiana County contest, a part of the IRMC family, better health, better life. And Coach, as we're moments away from the third quarter, let's go through some halftime adjustments for both sides.
Coach Brown, I'm staying true to what I've done all year long. You know, I'm gonna let Ava do her thing, let her get everybody else involved, try to control the pace of the game. From Coach Hudak, you know, I'm staying aggressive. They're just knocking down. They got to knock down shots. Mm-hmm. You know, they're moving the ball well. They're rebounding the ball extremely well. They just got to knock down some threes, the easy layups. You know, this game is far from over. If Portage can come out and go on a quick little 5-0 run, you know, now it's a brand new ball game. So these first, I'm going to say, 4 minutes before we get to that next media timeout are going to be enormous.
22-14, River Valley with the lead over Portage. Winner tonight will move on to face either Penns Manor or United for the Heritage Conference Championship Friday night at the KCAC. We'll be there with you as well. We'll have some broadcast information later for you. But we know it's going to be on Renda Digital TV. The Mustangs will start things off operating right to left across your radio dial or listening to our viewing device. Giovanni has it up top, over to Jenna Burkett on the left arc. Takes a couple of dribbles, hands it off to Hudak up top. To the left, Giovanni trying to get inside, fires to the right corner for Jenna Burkett. Almost runs into Kennedy or to Riley Kittner. Fires to the right corner for Giovanni. They're going to throw it back and forth between each other. River Valley still in their 3-2 defense. Almost gets away from Cammie Burkett. Tries cutting inside. Now finds Giovanni, takes a dribble, dishes to the right corner. Driving, goes up hard for the shot, and then Perchetti's going to get called for a foul. So 31 seconds into the third quarter, we have our first shooting foul, and it's Cammie Burkett to the line.
That's one of those situations where Ava was there. If she would have just stayed straight up, maybe take that offensive charge, but she just came down a little bit and gave the referee a reason to blow the whistle.
First of two is good by Burkett. I don't know what they just said over the loudspeaker. It sounded like nada or I don't know. It sounded something.
I'm not quite sure what he said all night. He's been screaming pretty much all night.
The second by Burkett falls in. It's 22-16. 7:26 to go in the third. It's 22-16. River Valley leading Portage. Chance to get back to the KCAC and try to clinch her second straight Heritage Conference Championship. An ill-advised pass by Tori Faust. I think that was a play by design, but she just did not make that read, and now the Mustangs go back to work. They're looking to capitalize off the first turnover of the half for River Valley at the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Brown, just watching Portage pass the ball around the perimeter, I wouldn't be afraid to press them with some of these passes they're throwing. They don't seem like they're very strong with the ball.
Right side, Hudak thought about bumping a three, but is instead going to go to the corner with Jenna Burkett. Pulls up from the free throw line, too short. Perchetti comes down with it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Normally, River Valley, we see them apply some pressure, but over the past couple of weeks, River Valley has been killed in man defense. So I think they're just trying to go with what works in that zone right now.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes though you gotta stay true to who you are. If you've played a certain way all year, stay with that. Trust it. It got you here.
Foul shot from the right lane, and that has not been successful all night, and it continues to be unsuccessful as Jenna Burkett comes down with the ball. Burkett takes it on the left side for Portage. Looking along the baseline, it's tipped by Bednarski, and it's going to be River Valley ball. Turnover for Portage.
Both teams coming out a little bit sloppy. Again, it's composure. You just got to come down, mentally tough, take care of the basketball, know what you're doing. Again, trust yourself, trust your teammates.
At the 6-minute mark, Perchetti's going to take it herself, dishes to the left corner for Stats for three, and that is money. 25-16, 9-point lead for River Valley.
And there it is. Trust your offense. Trust your teammates. Knockdown shot.
Hudak to the right, up top for Chibani. Trying to drive, back to Hudak in the right. Now it's intercepted by Perchetti. They tried going to Bednarski in the low post. Second turnover for Portage, and Ava's going to slow things down. 5:40 to go in the third. Perchetti dishes to Kittner on the right arc. Now up top to the top of the key for Faust. Dishes to Perchetti, and an immediate screen. She pulls up just shy of the left elbow. Shot's no good. Faust comes down with the rebound, and she just fell on her caboose. Loses the ball. Turnover for River Valley. Right side, Ashlyn Hudak, wide open three. Fires it. It looked good, but a little too far to the left. But Bednarski comes down with the offensive rebound, takes a spill. I think she might have just tripped. Jenna Burkett with it up top, finds Hudak. To the left corner. Chibani back up top. Cammie Burkett drives, pulls up just in front of the free throw line and sinks it. 25-18 off the Chibani bucket.
Good patience by Portage. That was a good offensive set. Driving the lane. Again, you're trusting your offense, you're trusting your coach, and you're trusting your teammates.
Perchetti pulls up in the left low post. That's her dominant side, and she sinks it 27-18.
Yeah, if she gets to her left hand, it's very difficult to stop her.
Chibani up top over to the left side. Here is Cammie Burkett. Down low to a wide open Bednarski, and she sinks it with ease. I was wondering when Bednarski was going to get that point column. She's taken a lot of shots tonight, created some good separation, just haven't gotten them to fall. That one does, though, and it's a 7-point game at 4:23 to go in the third. Perchetti pulls up, three ball. It's good. I didn't think she was going to make that one, but that's her bread and butter. Head on three.
Like I said, these first 4 minutes of this third quarter have been the best 4 minutes of this game.
Almost loose. Well, it is loose now. It's going to go off of Cammie Burkett and a turnover for Portage. And at 4:06, Pal Kittner returns to the floor. And then we have a timeout taken by Coach Lance Hudak. 4:06 to go in the third. It's 30-20, River Valley on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Rented Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
America's been thunderstruck by the award-winning Mitsubishi Outlander at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Drive a 2024 Outlander with 0% APR for 60 months or $1,500 customer cash. Only at 5-star Mitsubishi Altoona. Get thunderstruck.
Lance Hudak. Lance Burkett. That sounds like a baseball name. Oh well. River Valley with the ball at the 4-minute mark. They're up 30-20. Largest lead of the night for either side. Riley Kittner at the free throw line. Defense collapses on her, finds Ava Perchetti now to the right corner for Pal Kittner for three. It's no good. Into her sister's arms. Riley goes up hard, and she's going to draw the shooting foul.
There it is. Offensive rebounds. both teams have struggled rebounding. Each team has to have almost double digits offensive rebounds.
And now we have a media timeout. 3:44 to go in the third. It's 30-20. River Valley back with you in another minute on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Renda Digital TV and Cat Country 106.3.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Cast booth, S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Jake Slobodnik, Rick Spallone joining you as Riley Kittner goes to the line to shoot 2 free throws for River Valley. And there's they had to wait for the elusive buzzer. I was like, what are we standing around for?
That's an interesting time out there. Not only do we got a ball game happening on the court, we seem like we got a little hostilities between the two student sections as well. I love this stuff. I live for it.
Yep. So Riley Kittner's first of 2 is up and no good. Yeah, I think maybe the standing around might have got to her a little bit. They even had to wait for the first buzzer to go off. That's odd. From Clymer, Penns Manor with a 32-24 lead over United, but don't count out the Lions as Kittner's second is no good. Jenna Burkett rips down the rebound, so still a 10-point lead for the Panthers, 30-20, and now Ashlyn Hudak wide open 3 from the right corner. It's no good, but Narski flies in for the offensive board, misses her shot, and it's Riley Kittner fending off 3 players, one of them being Ava Perschetti as she comes down with the rebound, and now the Panthers go back to work looking to extend this lead.
The key word in that, Jake, was offensive rebound. Each team keeps getting offensive rebounds. Portage is going to stay in his zone. Coach Brown is just going to toss this ball around. He doesn't care if he scores another point for the rest of the game as long as they get out of here with a W.
Leo Manio takes it, fires it up top to Perschetti. Maybe Brad McDivitt needs to suit up and get in the game because he hauled down, I think, 8 offensive rebounds last night. It was unreal. Perschetti to the right corner. Powell holds it wisely. Tries drawing contact from Bednarski. Nothing there. Fires to her sister Riley up top. Riley tries driving, is cut off by 2 Mustangs. Now down to the corner for Powell. She's going to dribble it back up. Little system working here for River Valley. Lamania gets it. Can't really call that a screen, but the Kittner sisters were able to create some separation, allowing Lamania to get up top. Quick handoff to Stats, trying to drive inside. She calls Powell up, and ball's poked free, and that's off Kittner's leg. 2:30, the clock stopped at 30-20. River Valley with the lead, and Tori Faust. Panthers like to see that. She's back into the game for Kennedy Kittner.
Like I said earlier, Tori Faust, I don't want to speculate, especially when it comes to, someone's medical condition, but she's battling something. She's been a warrior all year long. For her to keep coming in and out, going what she's going through.
Chabani with a 3. Sorry to interrupt, Coach. Chabani with a 3. It's no good, and it's going to be River Valley balls. It tails out of bounds. Please continue.
Just like I said, I just want to, give, Tori Faust her credit. Like I said, whether it's shin splints or something with her ankles, she has 2 ankle braces on. I know she comes out a lot, but she's definitely battling something. But she's really been a warrior all year long.
2:09 to go in the third quarter. River Valley up 10, 30-20. Faust sets a pseudo screen. Perschetti drives, nothing there. She dribbles it back out.
Perfect. That's an excellent job by Ava. There was nothing there. Pull it out, run your offense. You're up 10.
Dribbles looking for Faust in the right lane, and then a foul on the floor. It's either going to be Burkett or Bednarski.
That's all right. That's good offense. Good offense.
Only either the first or second. Some schools like to update it as soon as it's the second. Some will wait until the referee makes the call. Stats taking it from the baseline right for River Valley. In a box formation, Kittner's wide open, but that was telegraphed, and luckily, thanks to a fortunate tap, it's Perschetti who comes up with it. That could have been dangerous for River Valley. Looking for a dominant side matched up with Cammie Burkett.
That's all you got to do. All you got to do. She can't stay in front of her. We can milk this clock.
Perchetti up top at the Portage P.
Just got to keep her court awareness. Just watch back court. Watch back court.
Minute 28. Perchetti. Really some good ball movement against Cammie Burkett. Dishes to Faust at the top of the key. Up top, back to Perchetti.
Smart move by Tori.
Keep eating that clock away. Faust sets the screen. Perchetti gives and goes to Faust and a little hook shot. That was just a perfect offensive drive.
Perfect. That if you were going to make a video on how to work clock to get an offense look at, and a nice play by Portage.
Yep, and then they answer right back with a flawless drive as Bednarski puts it up and in. It's back to a 10-point lead for River Valley, 32-22. 48 seconds to go in the third. Perchetti taking it across, looking for Faust. It's loose, and right there is Lamania. Those shades of last night when, oh wait, there's a
timeout.
Timeout taken by River Valley. And 37.6 seconds, 32-22, River Valley over Portage. Back with you in 30 seconds on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3, Renda Digital TV.
It may have been an injury from an auto accident, a fall from a slippery floor, or even from playing sports. Whatever caused it, an injury can keep you from enjoying life. When you need physical therapy, call the experienced staff at Phoenix Rehabilitation Health Services in Portage. Phoenix offers personalized, hands-on care and state-of-the-art equipment to achieve a successful recovery. Phoenix Rehabilitation and Health Services, 900 Orange Avenue, Portage. Proud supporter of Portage Athletics.
Pitch 32-22, River Valley with the lead over Portage. Jake Slobodnik, Rick Spallone joining you from the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Substitution for Portage as Peyton Noley, junior 5'7" forward, checks in.
She can't do that. She can't do that. You can't sub in. It has to be the timeout. That the coach would have had to do that earlier. She tried pulling it off before the ball was inbounded.
Well, so hold that thought. Inbound pass for the Panthers goes to Ava Perchetti. Looking up top, finding Lamania. 33 seconds and counting in the third. The Panthers with a 10-point lead.
Coach Brown calls this star. We call it C-Town.
And Lance Hudak turns it into, hey, let's get a turnover. Up top, Perchetti with 17 seconds. Pulls up from three-point land, and it's good.
To perfection. Again, another solid possession by River Valley.
Right side for Hudak, and her pass intercepted by Perchetti. She's got free real estate from the left. It's up, and it is good. And at the end of three, River Valley extends their lead, 37-22, but don't go anywhere. We've still got another 8 minutes to play. This one is by no means over. 37-22, River Valley over Portage. Back with you in a minute on an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Kittanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to wjyaengineers.com.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Valley Panthers 37, Portage 22. Alongside Rick Spallone, I'm Jake Slobodnik joining you once again from the S&T Bank broadcast booth. This one's by no means over. River Valley looking to get back to their second straight Heritage Conference Championship and make it an all-River Valley Championship night. Portage looking to clinch their first appearance in the Heritage Conference Championship game. Panthers get the ball, operating left to right across your radio device.
Oh, there it was.
Yep, viewing device.
Alicia had the slip on that offensive set.
Chabani,
keep an eye on that.
Sticking close to her. Lamania finds some clearing in the left. Goes up, ball's tipped and out of bounds, and it's going to be out on the Mustangs. Well, first couple of seconds, Portage playing aggressive man defense right now, just trying to cause a stir among the River Valley offense.
If River Valley's guards keep their head up in that offensive set, if Portage goes to jump that screen, they have that slip screen, and it's wide open.
Riley Kittner along two, shot's no good, and it's into the hands of Alex Chibani.
Chibani taking one more time off the clock than that. That was a rush shot.
Coast to coast, Mustangs with it. No shot yet. Cami Burkett fires it to Jenna up top, who pulls up long three. It's too far to the left. And Lemania saves it before it goes out of bounds. I thought she was just going to let that roll, but hey, keeps the clock moving. 7:14. First 50 seconds, it's 37-22. River Valley with the lead.
Here it comes. Watch this slip screen. If they stay in it, okay.
Oh, then Bednarski tagged with a foul. Well, Kittner did have an open lane on the right, but she'll take the foul one way or another because that is Bednarski's 4th foul of the game. Want to tell you to hold on just, well, not just right now. I don't know where I was going with that thought, but hang around with us after the game. It'll be our first Commonwealth Bank post-game show. We'll interview players and coaches from the winning team, take a look at final stats as well. Ava Perchetti gets the inbound pass, ready to set things up for the Panthers again. A minute gone in the 4th. Perchetti matched up with Cami Burkett, spins out of danger, drives the baseline left. Her shot, it's too short. Riley Kittner comes down with it, dishes it back out to Tori Faust. A 3-ball, it's no good. Emily Stats comes down with the rebound and a fight for the ball. They're going to call a rebounding foul on Emily Stats. I never thought I would see the day that Tori Faust pops a 3.
Again, the Coach Brown can't be happy with the shot. You know, you're up 15. Here it's under 7 minutes in 4th quarter. Yeah, she could have pulled that out, ran maybe another minute and a half off the clock.
6:44 to go in the game, 37-22, River Valley with the lead. Cami Burkett takes it across, finds Shivani to her left, matched up with Lemania. Looking to the right corner, almost out of bounds. Great save.
It's athletic play.
Yep, by Portage's. I think that was Britton Meyer. And oh no, we have an injury on the floor, and it's Jenna Burkett.
I'm going to say cramp.
Oh yeah, that is a cramp. That is a cramp and a half. Fortunately, it's only a cramp.
Yes, 100%. Regardless of how this game ends up, you never want to see somebody go down playoff time, especially a player of the caliber. I mean, you don't want to see any player go down, but especially when you have a leader of a team like that. So hopefully that's all it is.
Well, this injury timeout's a good time to let you know that a lot can happen to kids, and not just on the basketball court. As you can see, athletes get cramps. Kids might step on glass. You might have a scrape that needs repaired. So if your child or teen needs care and your doctor's office is closed, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge off Old Route 22 in Blairsville is open 7 days a week from 8 till 8 for the treatment of minor injuries and illnesses. Since 2009, IRMC at Chestnut Ridge gets you in, out, and better quickly. Also voted Best Urgent Care and Walk-In Clinic in the Best of Indiana County contest. A part of the IRMC family. Better health, better life. 6:30 to go in the game. Injury timeout, not too long. And Burkett is back into the game. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So what actually happened there, Jake, was Coach Hudak actually called a 30-second timeout, so Jenna did not have to come out. So instead of stopping the game, he burned a 30-second timeout so she could shoot these foul shots.
Hey, we talked about it all game long. Coach Hudak, he's been around a while, and he's one of the smartest coaches, not just in Heritage Conference, but in this area. First of 2 by Jenna Burkett. No good off the back iron. Free throw shooting has not been a clean subject for either side tonight, but it's been balanced. Burkett looking to make it a 14-point game, and she does. Nails the second. It's 37-23. And now Portage will resort to some pressure up court. Perchetti gets it. Things calm down. She'll be matched up with Cami Burkett over the right side for Lemania.
Here we go. Here we go. If they're patient and they can hit this screen.
Burkett with some contact. Nothing called.
There it is. Oh, okay.
Stats taking it.
Want to stay out of the corners.
Yep.
There you go. Perfect.
Up Perchetti. And there's a foul on Cami Burkett.
There you go.
Personal fouls on Cami Burkett. That's the first.
For each other, because
team second.
Substitution for Portage as Liana Bagby, who's come in oftentimes tonight, back onto the floor. Matched up with her counterpart and Emily Stats, and pass goes into the backcourt for Perchetti at the 6-minute mark. Perchetti across half court, matched up with Cami Burkett, gets around her, some contact, finds Faust up top. They're going to regroup. Well, I'll tell you what, Burkett is not making it easy for Perchetti to keep things open.
And she's gassed. You can tell. She's huffing and puffing out there.
Perchetti matched up with Bagby now. Crosses her over on the right side. Tries getting around her. 5 count started. Pass goes over to Stats near the volleyball line on the left. Up top, Lemania. They're going to regroup. And now Burkett on the back of Lemania. And that's going to be her second foul. Not a lot of players tonight in foul trouble, which is pretty good.
No, it started out a little bit. That first quarter, there was a couple of the girls got in some foul trouble, but for the most part, it's been a pretty good officiated game.
Peyton Noloff and Brooke Bednarski returns to the floor for the Mustangs. 5:30 to go in the game. Perchetti just taking her time in the backcourt. Perchetti creates some separation for the moment. Tries getting around Burkett. Driving from the left post. She puts up a floater and hits it. 39-23. Panthers with the lead at 5:12. Chibani to the left corner. Bagby thought about taking a 3, but then a defensive foul on Lemania. And now the student sections again exchanging words. Coach, I know you said you're a fan of it, and just as a spectator of the sport, this is what makes high school and even college sports great, is when the students get into it. Go to a professional game, you might not get that feel. Here though, it's all raw emotion. Cami Burkett off the inbound pass, her shot stuffed underneath by Ava Perchetti. At the 5-minute mark, Panthers back to work.
Ava is doing a little bit of everything right now, defensively, offensively.
Lemania to Kittner on the right side for a long 2, and it's good. 41-23. River Valley starting to pull away. 4:44. Chibani trying to find some clearing on the right. She's got it. Her shot, and it's on the mark. That was almost too easy for Chibani. Ava behind the back move gets away from Cami Burkett for the moment. 4:28 to go in the game. 41-25. River Valley with the lead. Pulls it back the reins a little bit, trying to get around Burkett. And a defensive foul on Burkett again. That's now 3 straight by her.
Personal fouls on Cami Burkett. It's her third.
And Ashlyn Hudak will return to the floor. She's in for Burkett.
And she is absolutely gassed, Jake. Trying to stay with Ava Perchetti is very difficult, let alone to try to do it for 85 feet of a high school basketball floor.
Perchetti with it up top. Ava trying to get around Alex Chibani this time. Ball's poked free for the moment, but it's going to be River Valley basketball. Everybody on the near side of the gym thought it was going to be Portage ball, but it is not. Riley Kittner will inbound, and Ava looks gassed herself. We talk about Cami Burkett. She looks exhausted, but Ava, as you said, doing a little bit of everything, but here she is at the 4-minute mark, finding some clearing in the left, drives through traffic, her shot is no good. Bednarski comes down with the rebound, fires quickly to Chibani. Pushing it up court, numbers are against the Mustangs for the moment. Bagby out to Chibani from the middle of the key, her shot falls in harmlessly. And then a timeout taken. 3:48 to go in the fourth, it's 41-27. River Valley still with the lead, but don't go anywhere. Portage making it interesting on an IRMC High School Sports Night, Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
I'm Jay Blues.
Milk every moment.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Who's going to go to the road to the KCAC Championship this Friday, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. River Valley, they're in a comfortable place, 41-27. It's not too comfortable, though. Over in Clymer, the Penns Manor Comets 41, United 25, 3:17 to go, almost mirror image games. Emily Stats with it. She's going to draw a foul on Bagby, and that's going to be, I think, the 15th foul on Portage, so River Valley is going to shoot the rest of the way. Oh, and then we have a media timeout. Okay, 3:31 to go, 41-27, River Valley with the lead. We're back with you in 30 seconds on an IRMC High School Sports Night, Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
Championship teams are made when athletes work together, and the same can be said for local businesses. The team at LaMantia Produce has been working hard to deliver fresh fruits and vegetables to the Blairsville and surrounding communities for more than 140 years. So the next time you need fresh wholesale produce, call Michael and his team at 724-459-8100. That's LaMantia Produce, located along South Spring Street in Blairsville, a proud supporter of the River Valley Panthers. Also find them at LaMantia Produce on Facebook.
Game on Friday. Alongside Rick Spallone, I'm Jake Slobodnik joining you from the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Well, just before the timeout, River Valley, they were sent to the free throw line. Emily Stats will shoot 2. Foul was charged on Liana Bagby. That's her first. Portage's 5th. And again, both teams seem to be out there before the buzzer goes off. This is awkward. I've never seen that.
I think you actually get a minute 10, if I'm not mistaken. They give you an extra, a little bit, and you actually don't have to come out till the second horn after immediate timeout.
Oh, that's true. Stats to the line to shoot 2. The front end of 2 is good.
Another.
Stats is second, up. And in. 43-27. River Valley with the lead as Jabani takes it across at 3:25. Ashlyn Hudak all by herself in the right corner, pops it back out to Jabani. Now to Bagby along the perimeter. Back to Hudak up top. Left side, Jabani up top, Jenna Burkett. Ball's loose, turnover for Portage. LaMantia takes it and wisely holds it for a second to allow Perchetti to come across. Very selfless play there, doesn't take the points and instead allows the clock to continue ticking. Stats with it up top, 3 minutes to go. River Valley, left side, Alicia LaMantia up to the foul line for Stats to Kittner, back up top. They're going to work it back out. This is the star play that we heard about the past 2 weeks. And then, Bagby fouls her counterpart Stats, and Emily turns around and gives the bombastic side eye. Not too thrilled about that, but she should be because she's going to the line to shoot 2.
Emily is one feisty player. She plays with a lot of emotion. I like it, so hopefully just keep your emotions in check here. Knock these 2 free throws down.
Both teams, I would say, have done a pretty good job of keeping their emotions in check. Stats back to the line after knocking in 2, but misses the first. And it'll be Cammie Burkett returning to the floor. I don't know what the River Valley student section is cheering, but I don't even want to begin to imagine it. The second by Stats goes in, so a 50% trip makes it 44-27. Mustangs with it. Jenna Burkett driving, dishes it out to Cammie. Fires it to the far side, along the arc for Jabani. She fakes, drives, dishes to Bagby in the right corner. Her shot is no good off the inside rim. Perchetti comes down with the rebound, 2:25. Another big important possession for River Valley. Cammie Burkett with 3 fouls, sticking close to Ava Perchetti. Ball goes up top, and then Burkett's going to get tagged with a foul. Too much body on Ava Perchetti. And if you're Portage, this isn't the person you want to send to the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely. But in these situations as a coach, if the game was a little bit closer, maybe you could dictate who you want to put on the line. But when you're down 17, you got to foul the next closest person. And unfortunately for Portage, it's Ava Perchetti.
Front end by Ava is good. Makes it 45-27 for the moment.
It's one cool cucumber at the line. She has a routine. And then, of course,
the announcer Jinx catches up with her. We'll blame you for that. 45-27. Panthers get the rebound, though. Tori Faust flew in, able to rip it down. Kittner to Perchetti on the right. Tries getting around Cammie Burkett. Tries drawing the foul, almost lost it. 1:57 to go. Alicia Lemania up top to Stats on the left. And she's going to draw the foul on Bednarski, and Bednarski's night is over. So Stats will go to the line. Bednarski will have a seat. She'll finish the night with 6 points.
That's her fifth.
And a couple substitutions, and it looks like Coach Hudak's going to just empty his bench, get his JV some minutes in. Britton Meyer into the game, a sophomore guard. Liana Bagby returns to the game. Cassidy Burkett, a sophomore guard in. And let's see, Peyton Knoll returns to the floor. And I think that's Kendall Bednarski into the game, freshman guard. First or two by Stats misses. Again, coming up after the conclusion of this one, we'll have our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first. Member FDIC will catch up from members of the winning team tonight. And the student sections, they've been going back and forth for the past, I would say, 2 minutes in this one. And it brings enjoyment up here in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. And the second by Stats is no good. Perchetti flies in for the rebound. And Perchetti was out of bounds. It looked like she was trying to call for a timeout, but that is not to be. Oh, no, it is. Oh, wait a minute. That might have been tipped out. Stats will inbound it for River Valley on the baseline left. The inbound goes to Perchetti, who's matched up with Cassidy Burkett. Stats with it up top at 1:38 to Lemania. Trying to draw some contact, and she does from Britton Meyer.
Personal fouls on Britton Meyer. It's her first.
Well, as it stands, it looks like it'll be the Penns Manor Comets and the River Valley Panthers battling out for the Heritage Conference Championship on Friday night at the KCAC. We'll have that game for you here on Cat Country 106.3 and also on Renda Digital TV. Alicia Lemania drops in the first of two on this free throw trip. And the second is no good, but Faust comes in for the rebound. It's tipped and out of bounds on River Valley. 46-27 the score. And Coach, this has been something that at least the River Valley faithful is hoping for. If the score stands or the lead stands, it's going to be an all River Valley Heritage Conference Championship night. From your point of view, it's going to be an exciting one.
Oh, absolutely, Jake. You know, especially with the girls going on first. You know, hopefully everybody in the communities get up to IUP, get settled in. You know, see the girls hopefully pulling off, and stick around and, you know, see what we can do against a very good Conemaugh Township team.
Travel on the opposite end. Bagby lost the pass, so it'll be turnover for turnover. Mustangs with the ball from the baseline right at 1:20. Coach Rick Brown going to send in a couple reserves. Kennedy Kittner returns to the floor, and then for the first time tonight, we're going to see Marin Dunlap. Alicia Lemania and Tori Faust will have a seat. They get a warm round of applause from the River Valley faithful who traveled in good company. There's a lot more underneath our crow's nest here at the S&T Bank broadcast booth. Inbound pass, finding Cassidy Burkett to the right side. Britton Meyer for three, and she sinks it from the right corner.
Meyer for three.
Well, never say never. 1:09 left in the game. It's 46-30 River Valley. Perchetti directing some traffic to Marin Dunlap. Finds Stats up top. Looking to the left. And it is out of bounds. Turnover for River Valley. That's their fifth. Clock under a minute at 58 seconds. 16-point lead for the Panthers. To the right side, Meyer thought about pumping a three. He's going to bring it back out. Kendall Bednarski with it. Up top, Cassidy Burkett. Right side, Peyton Knoll fires it to Meyer at 41 seconds. Kendall Bednarski up top to Knoll. Back to Bednarski. Fires a three. That one is no good. Teeters around the rim. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to be Mustangs ball at 32.7. And Coach Brown going to send in a couple more JV players or a couple more reserves off his bench. Junior forward Morgan Cole into the game, and so is junior guard number 10, Callie Ria.
I'd like to see Coach Brown get Ava out of this game. There's 32 seconds. You're up 16.
And a three ball off the inbound pass by Liana Bagby is no good. Kennedy Kittner fighting for the ball, and it's picked up by Ava. He's going to hold it. 22 seconds to go. Gets around three defenders. Left corner for Kennedy Kittner. 14 seconds. Perchetti. He's going to dribble it out. 12 seconds to go. Tell them in Blairsville, tell them in Salzburg. It's going to be an all-River Valley Heritage Conference Championship night, Friday night at the KCAC, as the River Valley girls, for the second time this season, beat the Portage Mustangs, this time by a final score of 46-30. Don't go anywhere. Our First Commonwealth Bank postgame show is coming your way next. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. The final score tonight, 46-30, River Valley over Portage on Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
A 3D mammogram at the Indiana Regional.
We don't just sell trucks, we sell businesses on wheels. That's Elgin Truck Center's mission statement. For more than 50 years, Elgin Truck Center has been providing trucking companies with high-quality used trucks. Their experienced staff and mechanics are knowledgeable about domestic and foreign trucks. Elgin Truck Center's customers always come first, and the staff is committed to giving high-quality service. To check inventory, go online to elgintruckcenter.com. That's elgintruckcenter.com.
Championship teams are made when athletes work together, and the same can be said for local businesses. The team at LaMantia Produce has been working hard to deliver fresh fruits and vegetables to the Blairsville and surrounding communities for more than 140 years. So the next time you need fresh, wholesale produce, call Michael and his team at 724-459-8100. That's LaMantia Produce, located along South Spring Street in Blairsville, a proud supporter of the River Valley Panthers. Also find them at LaMantia Produce on Facebook.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
727's had to sprint down here, but it's going to be an all-Heritage Conference Championship night Friday, and you guys are back at it, the big dance. What's your reaction to how your team played tonight?
Oh, I'm just excited for them. I mean, I thought they played a fantastic game. We had a good game plan. They never run away from it, never wavered. Even when I get mad and scream at them sometimes, they just still perform. So, but they're great. They listen. They killed the ball good. They played the defense good. We knew they were going to get a dunk or two. There were no threes, and we didn't run 33 going off on us, so she did last time. That's what kept them close. So our goal was to shut her down. She's that good.
That second half, you left it up to just kill the clock, and you guys just did that. A couple of turnovers, but hey, you guys were able to pass the ball pretty well for the most part and wind the clock down. Was that your strategy coming out of half?
Yeah, it's really called good coaching. That's what that is, Jake. And it's
I think it's the first time I've heard you give yourself credit.
I'm kidding 100%. We run Star. They know what they're doing. We got that off of Donnie Sitton the Boys years ago. He stole some stuff off us. When we're running Star, I have all confidence in them that they're going to kill the clock. So love those guys for what they do. They're awesome.
Talk about Portage a little bit. They hung in with you again. You knew this was going to be a competitive bout. What was it like, facing them in this round?
Well, I thought early we just had all the looks we wanted. We just kind of missed some easy shots early on. But then I knew they were going to come, and then Stats hit some big threes in the corner. Kittle hitting that floater, Tori working down low, getting rebounds. So just know your role, and they all know their roles, and they perform well. Foul shots down the stretch, I thought they were great. So I'll turn it over to them. I want to get to KCAC. That was our goal. Doubleheader with Spallone. You can't ask for anything better.
Before you go, I do want to ask, it is going to be you and Spallone, an All River Valley Championship night. What's that like? What's that
that mean for River Valley? What does it say about them? Oh, it's just the Rick and Rick show. You know, we're gonna go through time. That's all we're gonna do. Have our own podcast, so we should be able to light it up nationally, and then maybe even internationally. We're gonna go to Europe over next summer. We're gonna work with some of the Europeans, maybe get them brought over here and beef up the team a little bit. But yeah, I'll turn it over to the girls. All right, thank you, Jake. God bless you. See you, Sloan. Great job.
We'll see you Friday, Coach. Alicia, let's start with you. A big night for you, and I think it's the first time we've ever had you on the postgame show, so welcome to that. But big win over Portage tonight, second time you guys win this season against them. What's it like going up against this team and picking up a big win against them on the road?
Well, we knew it was going to be a really difficult win, but we just all held together, got into a great offensive game, and we won, so that's a good thing.
Well, let's take a look at Tiara real quick. She's taking a quick picture of all of us. So, I think the biggest thing tonight, ball control. So you brought the rock across the timeline several times. You ran to a buzzsaw of a defense. How important was it to control the flow of the game and keep the ball in your possession?
Well, I just told myself to take my time, not rush things, and that's what I do. That's the best I can say. But yeah, I just take my time and give my ball to my teammates as well as keeping it.
Second straight year, you guys are going to the KCAC in the prime time. Now that you have an initial championship game under your belt, what's it like playing for the championship? Coach Brown acknowledges you. What's it like playing at the KCAC?
I'm so excited. We were there last year, and we're about to get back-to-back wins, baby. Let's go!
Oh, big wins. All right, Alicia, thanks so much. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you. See ya. All
right, let's bring Ava over here. Ava, I don't know what happened to you in that second half. I don't know if you had a bowl of Wheaties in the locker room at halftime, but just take me through that second half, how you guys were able to create some separation.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to blow it out and not let them take any run at all and not let them think that they can get back in the game. So they played us man, and I have a lot of confidence in myself that I can take people off the dribble, especially when I had the best screener in the conference screening for me. So that was huge. Huge shout out to Tori, and then for stats hitting that shot in the corner, that opened everything up for me. And I needed to redeem myself for my team and for myself after my past two games. So this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, you said that after the last game at Marion Center. The one thing you said is, I need to step up. I need to be better. And, it's good to play selfish ball sometimes, especially when you recognize that you need to do better out there. What changed for you? How were you able to sort of dig deep and find that extra gear?
Yeah, on Sunday I was so mad. I went to a training with my trainer, who's been my trainer since probably 4th grade. The reason that I'm the player that I am today, he was over there. I got a picture with him afterwards. He is the best trainer anyone could ever ask for. And not only physically in the game of basketball, but the mental side of the game. So I got with him on Sunday for an hour, and that completely changed my confidence. And instead of being nervous and coming into play, I was confident the whole time to know that this was our game. We were going to win this, and now we're going back to KCAC. We're so excited.
I know you said you were excited, but you were there last year in your sophomore year. What's it like playing under the big time?
Yeah, well, we have all the confidence in the world because we've been there last year. We have the target on our back, but we like it that way. And we have a feeling that Penn's Manor is probably going to win that game, and we have a chip on our shoulder knowing that we want to go beat them, and this is our turn. And no team can beat a really good team like us 3 times in a row. So we're ready to get out there. We're ready to go on.
Look in front of us. I know we can't see it on camera, but look at all this student representation. It takes an hour, maybe a little bit longer for some people to get here, but they showed up and they showed out. How did they help you guys tonight?
They were awesome. They had a student section. Portage had their student section, and they were great. And then our student section made the drive to come support up. That means more than anything. And huge shout out to the guys in the front, Don, Brad, Luke, Jack, all of them out there that are leading the student section to make it memorable for us. And it was a good payback for their good student section last night. But we're so excited. Us and the boys get to go have a date night at the KCAC to go win it together. And we are so excited. We're so excited for each other, and we're supporting each other the whole way. There's nothing better than that.
Ava, great job tonight. Congrats, Alone. We'll see you Friday night.
Thank you so much.
Ava Perschetti of the River Valley Panthers. I'll bring Emily Stats over here, and we have some other scattered Panthers around here, but Emily, you guys are going to cap off your senior season going to the KCAC for a second straight year. It's got to be a good feeling.
Oh, for sure. That was the goal all year long, so I'm glad we made it.
Was there anything that you guys maybe said at halftime to maybe enlighten the younger crowd? I feel like we talked about this last game, but in a game like this, high stakes, you got to keep a cool head. Did you guys say anything in the locker room? Did Coach Brown say anything? Take me through that locker room at halftime. How were you guys able to stay calm?
We knew we needed to rebound a little bit better. We were giving up some second shot points. So we mainly focused on rebounding, and then we said, we won the first 2 quarters, let's win these next 2 and bring home a win.
We go to the KCAC Friday night, and guess what? The guys are going to be right there, not in the student section, but they're going to be laced up and ready to go. It's going to be an All River Valley Championship night. I'm actually a little bit taller, but it's going to be an All River Valley Championship night. How great does it feel knowing that it's going to be both teams of the KCAC in the prime time?
It feels great. We're representing our communities, Blaisdell and Salzburg, and I just think both of us have the chance to come home with a win and bring 2 plaques home.
I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Ava. You see the sea of black. Everybody made the trip, or at least a good portion of them. It's about an hour, maybe longer for some people, and this is a pretty tight-knit school district. Talk about what it's like to have that metaphoric 6-man there.
Oh, it's great. I know Brad, Dom, and Luke, they worked hard to get a fan bus to get fans to this game. It really means the world because without them, we wouldn't have that energy to play off of, so they just provided us with the energy we needed.
You guys are going to play Penns Manor for the Heritage Conference Championship Friday night. You faced them twice. You've been on the wrong side of things twice. How is this matchup going to be different?
We definitely know what to expect going into it. I think we're just going to prep as best as we can, and we're going to come out with a win.
I think he wants to go. So you guys can go ahead and enjoy it. Michael Romania passing by, and Emily, we'll see you Friday night. We'll see the boys there too. Should be a good night.
Should be, thank you.
Emily Stats, the River Valley Panthers. We talked to a lot of them tonight. I wish we could talk to them all because it was a group effort tonight. We'll take a timeout and come back with more with the final numbers and a look at the final scoring. And before you know it, it'll be Friday night. Back with you on the postgame show. First come world thing. Time to be first member FDIC. It's an IRMC High School Sports Night. Cat Country 106.3 and Renda Digital TV.
We don't just sell trucks, we sell businesses on wheels. That's Elgin.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, drive off in a new F-Series truck, Ford Ranger, Ford Maverick, or the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Check out the Ford Bronco, Bronco Sport, Eco Sport, Escape, Explorer, Expedition, Edge, and Mustang Mach-E. And always look at the exciting Ford Mustang. Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg. LutherFord.com.
Championship teams are made when athletes work together, and the same can be said for local businesses. The team at LaMantia Produce has been working hard to deliver fresh fruits and vegetables to the Blairsville and surrounding communities for more than 140 years. So the next time you need fresh, wholesale produce, call Michael and his team at 724-459-8100. That's LaMantia Produce, located along South Spring Street in Blairsville, a proud supporter of the River Valley Panthers. Also find them at LaMantia Produce on Facebook.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Jake Slobodnik and Rick Splone joining you once again from Len Chapel Gymnasium. It's an All River Valley Championship night this coming Friday. Panthers downing the Portage Mustangs 46-30. And Coach, while I try to catch my breath, that whole second half just seemed to be a different basketball game.
Yeah, it seemed like River Valley imposed their will a little bit, got to their style, got the ball into Ava's hands, let her create. Phenomenal basketball player. Her teammates knocked down shots, and that's what it takes. You have your star, then you got your role players, and when that all comes together, this is what you get. You get a semifinal win and an opportunity to win a conference championship.
You take away 2 of those turnovers for River Valley in that fourth quarter. That was whenever the JV players were in. They finished that second half with 3 turnovers and forced Portage into 6. So you look at that, I think that's a big difference maker as well.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, taking care of the ball. I've said it to you, 1,000 times, and I'll probably say it 1,000 more times before Friday. Value possessions. When you have the ball on offense, take care of it. Limit the other team's possessions, make some buckets on offense, go down, play good defense, and do it all over again. And River Valley did a very, very good job of that tonight.
Absolutely, and we look at the final scoring. Ava Perchetti matched her total from the last time these 2 teams played. 20 points, she came in with 5 rebounds. How about Emily's stats, too? 11 points and 7 rebounds. I know she might not be as tall as some of the other players, but, man, every time there was a shot made, she was under the bucket ready to bring it down.
Yeah, that's, when we did the Penns Manor game, I said she's filled in admirably handily for Abby Panos and Hannah Hartley from last year. That's a lot of size. Those girls were, they were physical. They brought a big presence. Obviously Emily is not nearly as tall as as Hannah and Abby were, but the heart is probably just as big, and sometimes that's all it takes for rebounding.
Well, it's going to be an All River Valley Championship night this Friday night. It'll be the girls against Penns Manor, a 47-33 winner over United tonight. The Lions did stick with them throughout the majority of it, but a late run, and Todd Marino will have the recap for you later this evening on all 4 Renda Media websites. But it's going to be an exciting girls matchup. Let's talk about that. Those two teams faced off before this season twice. Penns Manor came up a second time, so now they're going to be gunning for a third straight win and the gold.
Yep, that's the trilogy, right? We mentioned that. I think in that game, last week, I know Coach Brown, Coach Mellozer, there had to be in the back of their mind that, maybe we're not going to show too much, knowing that there is still that chance that we're going to meet for a third time at IUP for a conference championship. It is going to be a heck of a basketball game.
Then you guys follow them in the nightcap against the Conemaugh Township Indians. Why not tell us a little bit about what to expect from that game?
That's a very good basketball team. Coach Lesko, he has those guys, playing extremely well right now. They've played well all year. I think they got one little hiccup on their record, conference-wise. We'll watch film. Me and Coach Shannon, we were talking already today. We're going to get after it tomorrow and Thursday. Put a game plan together. We're going to go up there. We're going to throw the ball up and see what happens, Jake.
Well, Coach, it's been another exciting night. Thanks again for filling in. I know it was a last minute, you coming up here and joining me tonight, but it's fun as always, and I think we should do this more often.
Absolutely.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight. We got some people we want to thank. As always, want to thank the Portage Area School District for setting us up here in the S&T Bank broadcast booth. They were hospitable as always, so we thank them so much. Want to thank John Smathers, our producer/camera person tonight. Did a fantastic job bringing the game to you on Renda Digital TV. Garrett Clark has been our studio engineer back in the Mount Pleasant Window and Remodeling Studios. He did a great job commanding the radio side. Want to thank Laura and Morgan Slobodnik. They were our statisticians. They didn't join us up here in the Crow's Nest. They were downstairs, but they were able to get us stats throughout the game, so we thank them. And as always, we thank you for making this a very enjoyable night, and we hope to see you Friday night. I believe it's going to be 6 and 8 o'clock our start times. Correct. For the game, so we'll probably be on the air around 5:30, maybe earlier, but we'll have it all on our Renda Media websites, including catcountry1063fm.com, so you can check that out. But we will be there on Cat Country and Renda Digital TV. So for all of us here, my name is Jake Slobodnik, repeating the final score. River Valley 46, Portage 30. The Panthers are heading back to the championship. We'll see you Friday night on Renda Digital TV and Cat Country 106.3.